Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today I got something different from my regular speed paint or animations I post. I've been wanting to talk about how it seems like Warner Brothers can't seem to get Scooby-Doo right as shown with the most recent installment in the Scooby-Doo universe, Velma.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
God, Velma just sucks. I mean, just sucks. Don't watch it, like, ever. Seriously. I watched the first 2 episodes, and that's 40 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Now, I'm not here to talk about how bad Velma is, since there's plenty of reviews on YouTube about it already. Instead, I wanted to share what I think Warner Brothers should do to bring Scooby-Doo back to greatness. Because ever since Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated ended, I feel like the franchise has just gotten worse. Now, before I start, I just want to say this is what I would want to see from the franchise, and what I think others are wanting to see as well. This is purely my opinion, and if you don't agree with that, that's fine, I don't really care. I'm just making this video to vent on how easy it could be for Warner to make a proper Scooby-Doo movie or show that the fans will enjoy. Okay, without further ado, let's jump in. First, I want to add that I also don't think Scooby-Doo was perfect before Mystery Incorporated ended either, as there were definitely some installments that were just god-awful. And certain characters that just needed to be taken to the farm. If you know what I mean. And if you know that certain character, then you know. Yeah. He haunts my nightmares. Now, I have grown up watching Scooby-Doo my entire life. Yes, even to this day, I'll pop in a movie to my DVD player and watch a Scooby-Doo movie every once in a while. And thus, being in the fandom, I've been able to watch and listen to people's reactions firsthand and hear what they wished would have happened or didn't happen. For example, Velma. One of the biggest reasons it is so hated is because the characters and how they act are completely different and wrong and so off character. Velma is a judgmental jerk. Fred is a huge man baby. Shaggy isn't Shaggy. He is Norville now, I guess. He doesn't even say zoinks. Seriously? And Daphne is a drug dealer? Oh my...
I'm gonna kill myself! Wow. I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
I can't tell you how infuriating it is to watch this and just see how badly the characters are written. People in the fandom get frustrated when the Mystery Gang, a group of very close friends who look out for each other, are written completely out of character. Now, that's not to say there can't be changes in the character or their story, but it needs to be believable. This is something that I think Mystery Incorporated did very well. It wrote the Scooby-Doo gang like they've always had been. Fred was the leader, Daphne was the beauty, Velma was the brains, Shaggy and Scooby were the comedic relief. But they were not just that. The writing in Mystery Incorporated grew their characters, gave them actual arcs, and made it so they were not one-dimensional like the 1969 version. And don't think I don't like the OG Scooby-Doo, because I absolutely love it. It was my first exposure to Scooby-Doo, so it holds a special place in my heart. Anyway, proper writing for the characters, please. Next thing that I've noticed in fandom is that people want to see the monsters be real again. Like in those straight-to-DVD movies that Warner produced in the 90s to early 2000s. Whenever I see a review on Scooby-Doo Zombie Island or a video talking about someone's favorite Scooby-Doo movie, it is always usually Zombie Island. Sometimes it'll be Witch's Ghost too. Either way, everyone loved that the monsters were real in those movies. It gave the gang a new sense of danger or a serious tone to them, instead of the monster being a dude in a mask like it always is nowadays. It spiced up the Scooby-Doo formula that was so repetitive, and after a long time watching it, it would get boring and dull and predictable, most of all. Now, don't get me wrong, I think the Scooby-Doo formula with just the dude in the mask is fine. I think it can be great too if written correctly. But it is obvious that the fans are wanting the stakes to be kicked up just a bit similar to the direct DVD movies. I'm not saying make it super dark and gruesome, as Scooby-Doo is still a franchise targeted towards children. But it has been proven time and time again by other movies that it is possible to make a story that will both intrigue and entertain both children and adults. Movies like Puss in Boots, that is the perfect example. I hate it when Warner is like, oh, it's too scary for children! I mean, Scooby-Doo is literally a mystery/horror genre cartoon for kids. So it's okay to scare them a bit. And I highly doubt the monsters the kids are getting today are even close to what I got as a kid. I mean, take a look at the Creeper and take a look at this nowadays monster that I'll post on the screen because I don't know their names. Seriously, let the cartoon monsters scare the kids a bit. That is why it is a monster. Monsters are meant to be scary. Now, of course, don't terrify the kids to the point where they have PTSD, but don't be so worried about it at the same time. And if Warner's so worried about, like, the parents thinking it's too scary, then that's the parents' job to let the kid know that you can't watch this yet, or to stop the kid from watching it. Like, seriously, stop worrying about the children, because the parents have it covered. Like, seriously, Warner, relax a bit, and let the writers have a bit of freedom when it comes to writing the monster to make it real, okay? One of the last things that I want to see is the Hex Girls. I'm not kidding when it comes to how popular the Hex Girls are in the fandom. Seriously, with only the handful of scenes they have in each installment that they're in, these eco-goth girls seem to steal the show sometimes. I have literally heard people say that they will just watch a certain Scooby-Doo episode just because Hex Girls show up. And one of those people may or may not be me.
Be gone, fuck!
Anyway, you get what I'm saying. These ladies have made quite a big name for themselves thanks to their first appearance in the franchise. I feel like putting the Hex Girls into the show or movie is a good move since everyone loves them so much. And honestly, I really want a movie or show dedicated to them. I love them that much, especially Thorn, who tends to be people's favorite out of the three girls. And I can't blame them because Thorn, she is just... I really wish they would use the fact that Thorn is 1/16th Wiccan more. If you don't know what a Wiccan is, it is a person who is a healer of sorts that uses nature in their practice a lot more, and I think have also been able to do magic. So similar to a witch, but not evil, basically. So I think it would be cool if they gave her magic, and that would tie into the monster being real, thus the gang needing her help, or something along those lines. I don't know, though. I am such a Thorn fan that I just want a complete backstory of her. So picture this. A young Thorn is playing outside when she comes across a creature.
Oh, will-o'-the-wisp. They are real.
Thorn said that Wiccan blood comes from her mother's side, so what if the story centers around her mother and her possible death since we have never seen her or heard of her? Meaning she's either dead or just not in the picture. So that could lead to a good mystery story that would involve the gang since that is literally their forte, mysteries. But I've talked long enough about what I want from the Scooby-Doo franchise. Do I think any of this will happen? Most likely not. I mean, the good writing of the characters might roll around again in a different movie or show, but not the real monster or the Hex Girls focused movies that show. I just don't see it coming. But hey, you never know. If the fans demand it enough, maybe Warner will do it. Who knows? I hope you all enjoyed me rambling on about my wants and frustrations and my love for Thorn. Let me know what you want to see the Scooby-Doo franchise produce next. Leave it down in the comments below and I'd love to discuss it with you guys about it. And with that, thank you for watching and I'll see you all later.
It's a mystery what he does.